So why do women leave good men? This is probably a question you've always asked yourself. But the reason can be found in just one simple word. The word is hypergamy. It isn't because they're playing games or whatever you think. Now stay tuned so that we can explain exactly what hypergamy is in detail. What's going on, guys? My name is Assam from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about why women leave good men. The answer is one word. It's because of hypergamy. Now, hypergamy refers to the state or act of a woman desiring to mate with a man whom she views is superior to her, not inferior or equal to her. It is superior to her. It also states that a woman, when she senses weakness in a man, over time, this can cause her to look elsewhere. Because of the tendency of hypergamy, she wants to mate with a man of higher status than her. That's just how all women are. Now, there's a chance that you are watching this video because you've been left out of nowhere by a woman who, she gave you all the promises. She promised to stay with you, till the very end. She promised to stick by your side. She promised she'll love you until the day you die. And then here you are, you're just scratching your head because you're confused. You're like, holy shit, she told me one thing and then, she's doing the other. And it looks like it's out of the blue too. That's what bothers you more. The other reason could be you're just watching it out of entertainment. Either way, what you need to understand is this: hypergamy. Women, unfortunately, will never have unconditional love for you. The only person or people a woman has unconditional love for are her children. Her unconditional love is reserved exclusively to her children. It is not reserved for her potential mate. The way a woman operates, this is just, they're all born this way. Don't try to change it. Don't try to change her. Instead, try to act in the right way with her hypergamous nature. The way they are is, if they sense weakness or kinks in your armor, so to speak, they will look elsewhere to mate with another man of superior strength. That's just how it is. Now let's give an example over here just to clarify what exactly I mean by all this. Let's hypothetically say there's a woman, she's in her early 20s, she goes to college, and then in college, she meets a man whom all of us would describe as very nice, very decent, very respectful. He comes from a nice family. He looks like he has a nice head on his shoulders. He has a good path for his future and good plans for his future financially. But then you notice, as the months go by, him and her aren't really together anymore. You start to notice there's a gap, like what's going on? You start to question. And then sure enough, a couple months after that, you see her with a guy who's completely different from him. This guy, he's less good looking than guy number one. He's kind of a jerk to her. And he also seems like he's about to flunk his way out of college because he's not getting good grades. And because, to be completely honest, he doesn't really care that much. Now, most of us, when we see that, we're going to be like, oh my God, that makes no sense. She was seeing guy number one. He was very respectful to her. He was very nice. He promised her the future. But what is she doing right now? She looks like she's downgrading. She's with this guy. He doesn't even look as good. He doesn't have a good head on his shoulders. He looks like he's about to flunk his way out of college. But here's exactly what happened behind the scenes that you don't know. And this is why hypergamy is important. Guy number one, he was like too nice to her, almost to the point of being a pushover. He put her on a pedestal, always confessed his feelings toward her. She just felt like she had his way with him all the time and that he would never stand up for himself. If she was a little bitchy toward him, you'd just be like, oh, what's wrong, babe? Is there anything I can do to make you feel better? Talk to me, open up. And then slowly over time, what that did is it made her emotionally uncomfortable. That's the key word, emotionally uncomfortable. She didn't really feel like she can trust his masculine core and his masculine frame. And because of hypergamy, she wants to mate with someone who she views as superior to her. And also, of course, the guy number one, she goes with guy number two. Now this guy, he's kind of a jerk to her. He's not exactly nice. Whenever she's bitchy, he puts her right in her place. He lets her know, whether verbally or just by his actions, that she just can't have his way with him. He's very forward, he's very bold, he's unpredictable, and he's kind of mysterious too. So what happened was, because guy number one was too boring, too predictable, too nice, you know, she kind of feels like emotionally he can't protect her. She goes to guy number two. Guy number two, he's completely different. It's like a breath of fresh air. He's like an emotional roller coaster for her. And because she doesn't really know about that, and it's a breath of fresh air, she feels excited. And it's like every day is a new excitement. She can't have his way with this guy. He's like a manly man. He does what he says, and he says exactly what he does. Even though it looks like he's about to flunk his way out of college because he doesn't really care, but she feels emotionally comfortable with him. Now that's the key. So now that I've described clearly these two contrasting examples, it becomes clearer to you that hypergamy is the reason why she would go with guy number two instead of guy number one. Guy number one, she didn't really have much respect for, but guy number two, he was more manly. He was like a manly man. And because of that, she left guy number one. He was not challenging her at all. She left him confused, heartbroken, and just completely clueless about what happened. And chances are he's still thinking about this till today. But instead, guy number two, she cherishes his love much more because he's such a challenge and she has to work for him. And that's the key. And also, by no means do I condone being a jerk or being disrespectful to women. Not at all. But what I'm trying to say is you should focus on being a manly man, being your own man, being a high value man, not tolerating disrespectful or bitchy behavior from her, not tolerating her trying to push you around or her trying to walk all over you. You put her right in her place when she does that, but you respect her when she earns it. You get the point. So anyways, guys, if you found this video valuable in any way, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe down below, hit the bell icon to get notified every time a new video is released so that you don't miss a thing. Go to my website, www.dopelifecoaching.com. We still have free consultations for first timers. Make sure you take advantage of that offer. Comment down in the comment section below, and I shall see you soon, man. Peace.